Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with a Blu-ray DVD collection update. Half Price Books had one of their dank-ass clearance sales. Essentially, at least Half Price Books likes to have this sale every year in Ohio. I'm pretty sure Half Price Books is actually an Ohio-based chain. I might be wrong on that. I don't know exactly. But they have a big-ass sale on the fairgrounds in Columbus, and everything in there is $2 or less. That's like video games, comic books, books, movies, fucking vinyls. So yeah, I go every year and I have fun with it, and I end up usually buying a decent amount of stuff. So if we got to go through what I bought, I always try to find the really weird, interesting stuff. One of the first things I have here is Mortal Kombat, and I actually already own Mortal Kombat, but it's an older, really shitty copy of it that's like all scratched up. This is a bit better, and I don't know what else to say. It's fucking Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's a bad movie, but it's fun as hell. I remember loving this movie when I was younger, and it's been a long time since I watched it. Speaking of movies I loved, and I still honestly love, that are bad movies, we got Freddy Got Fingered, the Tom Green movie that everybody hates, but I honestly absolutely adore this movie. I saw this when I was very young, and I really loved it then, and I rewatched it just about a year ago, and it was still just as funny as I remember it being. I have a real soft spot for Freddy Got Fingered, and I'm happy I finally got it, especially for $2, and it's like in perfect condition. I got this set, which is the Gorehouse Greats collection, which consists of Blood of Dracula's Castle, Blood Mania, Brain Twisters, The Devil's Hand, The Madman of Mandorus, aka They Saved Hitler's Brain. Oh, I've never seen They Saved Hitler's Brain. Sweet, I get to see that finally. Nightmare in Wax, Primeval, Satan's Slave, Stanley, Terrified Terror, and Trip with the Teacher. This is another one of those really cheap, like, sets of just public domain horror movies. I have a ton of these fucking sets. The reason I grabbed this is A, it was $2, and B, it's 12 movies, and I know for a fact I do not have, like, Nightmare in Wax or Satan's Slave, or I don't think I have They Saved Hitler's Brain either. I might have it in one of those other sets, but oh shit, there might be a loose disc in here. I should probably fucking open that. I don't have my fucking axe handy, so I gotta do this shit freestyle. Let me grab a pen. Alright, there we go. I just want to make sure that there's no loose discs rolling around in here getting scratched to shit, because I hate it when that happens to any of my DVDs, not just like special editions or movies I actually want to watch, because I say that I'm going to watch it, They Saved Hitler's Brain, but I probably never will. This is going to be... I buy these sets with like a bunch of movies on them, and I really usually never watch them. But there's some on these sets that I still have to... There's movies on these sets I still have to watch. Werewolf of Washington on that 70s 50 movie set I still have to watch. This is a different format than the one, the other used copy they had at the, at the thing. Because I found a used copy of this. And this is a brand new sealed copy, and they're in the little sleeves. And the other one, they were actually just like loose discs. So yeah. But yeah, Gorehouse Greats collection. I got this double feature, which this is fucking terrible right here. I'm just gonna fucking peel this off. Look at me, I'm wasting so much time trying to pad this video out. What is this, fucking Death Nurse? Where everything is padding? I don't know anymore. Okay. I mainly grabbed this for one specific movie because I've wanted to get this movie for a while and I love it. It's a double pack that is going for about $20, which is weird because these double packs of movies, at most, I've seen them go for like $15, but I've never really seen one go for about $20. It's this double feature, which features the Schwarzenegger film Raw Deal, which I don't care that it's on there, but it features Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive, which the DVD of it, the singular DVD, is out of print. There's no Blu-ray release in the U.S., and it's the only movie written and directed by Stephen King, and the entire soundtrack is AC/DC, and it's great. If you've never seen Maximum Overdrive, you gotta see it. It's fun as hell. And yeah, I grabbed this because it was in decent condition. Almost everything there is used, but it's rare you find stuff that's in like absolutely horrific condition. But yeah, that because of Maximum Overdrive. This is one of those ones that like every time I go, I try to find weird, kind of interesting stuff. And this is one that I instantly saw, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" This is The Fists of Bruce Lee, a Lee-sploitation film made after Bruce Lee's death, essentially trying to capitalize on his name using an actor that kind of looks like him. The main thing is, this is a Lee-sploitation film, so it might have a little bit of entertainment value to it. I don't really care about that. What I care about is the specific release of it. It's an old, like, jewel case DVD, which I rarely see these around. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, The Fists of Bruce Lee. Rarely see these kinds of jewel cases around, so I figured I'd grab this one because it's a Lee-sploitation film. Oh, I grabbed Kingpin, which I know has a new DVD release, but I figured why the hell not. I love Kingpin. It's one of my favorite bowling comedies. I don't know, what can I say? It's got Woody Harrelson in it. It stars fucking Woody Harrelson and Randy Quaid. Alright? And it's a bowling comedy. It's a fucking match made in heaven, honestly. It's been a while since I've seen Kingpin, but I always remember really liking that one. This one I've never seen before, and I grabbed it because it's a John Carpenter film. It's Ghost of Mars, which is considered to be one of his worst. And I mainly want to see it because A, it's a John Carpenter film, and B, it's a John Carpenter film starring fucking Ice Cube. I mean, honestly, how can that be bad? How? So, yeah, and luckily it was the only copy I saw there, and it's in great condition, so. I grabbed this. I didn't realize it was a full screen copy when I grabbed it, so I'm going to have to buy a widescreen copy of this movie, which is bad, but it's whatever. I got Dave Chappelle's Half-Baked, which, have you ever seen fucking Jesus. Have you ever seen Half-Baked? It's pretty funny fucking movie. I really enjoy this film. I've never really heard of anybody not liking Half-Baked unless they weren't fans of Chappelle specifically. This is one of those things where I was just like, this looks like some terrible fucking bootleggery bullshit, like early 2000s low budget company release, and it's Five Fingers of Death. And look at the fucking artwork on this. Like, this is terrible. Fucking awful. So, I mean, and there's like practically a fucking fidget spinner on the disc. Jesus, this is really bad. But yeah, it's a movie I grabbed be straight up just because it looks like the release itself looks weird and terrible. This one I grabbed because, again, weird and terrible. Never really heard of it before. And it's from Family Entertainment, who's a company that I think they distributed movies, but they distributed a little movie called The Skateboard Kid, which is a movie I owned, and that movie's really bad. But this is another movie they distributed called Vulcan, and like if you look at that, it's like some kind of epic fantasy film, but apparently it's like about a kid that finds an egg, and it happens to be an egg for like a giant fucking dragon that doesn't look as badass as the one on the cover does. It's look at this. Look at that fucking mockery. Yeah, it's sealed. Sealed, new, $2. Why not? Why not grab something that fucking terrible? Now we get into the one that I'm actually most excited for, because as soon as I saw what it said on the cover, I was like excited. It says right on the cover here, free downloadable Bible study. This is, let me flip this disc. Ooh. Alright, this is a little film from 2009 called Paranormal. Now, upon doing a little bit of research, this is a low-budget, pro-Christian propaganda film disguised as a supernatural horror film. It even says, right here on the cover, from a critic... Okay, wait a minute. Jesus, the director's last name is Kruger. Okay. This film takes back the supernatural thriller and gives it a Christian home. This is one of those things. As soon as I fucking saw it, I knew this was either gonna be, it was gonna be Bible Man levels of great, or it's gonna be really insufferable. So I'm looking forward to giving that one a watch. This other one is a sealed one, this is something that's so fucking weird. I don't even think this like the fact that this ever existed bothers me. It's Ghostly Images presents The Jennie Wade House is Haunted. Ghost Stories of the Jennie Wade House. The first time ever, amazing, this is underlined, mind you, never before seen, video proof captured by our own security cameras. The tragic story of Jennie Wade, the only civilian to die during the Battle of Gettysburg, is dramatically recreated through a narrative and reenactments. Travel room by room as you guide the details and events leading to her death and the family's ordeal after. Intertwined is the ghost story of this unique structure. Your fucking supernatural journey begins with ghostly tales, EVP recordings, and authentic video evidence of hauntings shown here for the first time ever. It's from 2008, and this is like claiming to be a documentary about how this house is haunted. And this is like made by some bootleg like ghost hunter, online like ghost hunter wannabes. Let us investigate. Let's see if this is, I want to see if this is a blank DVD-R disc with a sticker on it, or if it's just a blank. Oh, I'm so glad I opened this. Okay, so it's a real DVD, it's not a DVD-R. But would you fucking look at this disc art? That is some of the most bootleg shit I've ever seen in my entire life on a legit DVD. But yeah, that's it. There were a couple other kind of terrible / really weird looking kind of bootlegish movies that I was thinking about getting. I kind of regret not grabbing a couple of them. But even though it's still all good, I spent about $25, got all that, which isn't bad at all. But yeah, that's actually fucking it for this little update. Yeah. This is Biscuit Boo Horror Reviews. Signing off. Peace.